Good morning. Thank you
Morning.
all for joining us. Thank you for being here today. I want to thank Edward Talbot for our bagpipe. Thank you very much. That was quite nice. Like I said, I want to thank you for coming out today. I wonder if you'll all join me in prayer. We'll begin with prayer. Precious Lord, we thank you. We thank you for this beautiful morning you've given us. We memorialize a tragic event in our country. We thank you, Lord, for the healing that's taken place since that. Lord, we thank you that we still live in a country where we can say the name of Jesus in the open. And I thank you, Lord, for choosing us all to these noble professions. I ask you, Lord, to bless this memorial. Bless our first responders. Protect them. Give them wisdom as we go. And Lord, we stand forever in your debt. We thank you for your grace and mercy. In Jesus' precious name, amen and amen.
One more, Captain. Good morning, everyone. I know that for all of us here today, and in fact for all Americans, September 11th, 2001 forever changed our world. Thank you all for coming out this morning to commemorate the 15th year, the anniversary of 9/11. The attacks on the morning of September 11th provided us as a nation with an ugly, painful reminder of the hatred and evil, the rage and the resentment which resides in the hearts of some. In the days after September 11th, we were left to console the inconsolable. In the weeks after September 11th, we tried to explain the unexplainable. In the months after September 11th, we tried to make sense of the senseless. And even today, 15 years after September 11th, we strive to find how to build the great resilience against the moments of hopelessness that still haunt many of us today. I will present this morning a brief timeline for the events that embarked us and placed us here today. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashes into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. The first responders are soon dispatched and evacuation begins. At 8:50 a.m., President George W. Bush, visiting an elementary school in Sarasota, Florida, is informed about the crash. 9:02 a.m., evacuation of both towers ordered. 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 crashes into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. At 9:08, all flights into New York City were banned, and at 9:21, all bridges and tunnels in New York City were closed. 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 crashes into the western facade of the Pentagon. 9:42 a.m., the FAA, for the first time in history, bans flights all over or abound for the U.S. 9:45 a.m., the White House and the U.S. Capitol were evacuated. At 9:59 a.m., the South Tower of the World Trade Center collapsed. 10:07 a.m., passengers both aboard United Airlines Flight 93 attempt to retake the plane from hijackers, who in response crashes it into a field of Somerset County, Pennsylvania. 10:28 a.m., the North Tower of the World Trade Center collapses. At 1 p.m., President Bush announces that the U.S. military forces throughout the world are on high alert. At 5:20 p.m., 47-story building of 7 of the World Trade Center collapses. An extensive day. At 8:30 p.m., President Bush addresses the nation, and I excerpt the following. A great people have been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest building, but they cannot touch the foundations of America. These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of the American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon of freedom and opportunity for freedom and opportunity in the world. And no one will keep that light from shining. No one, the president repeats. Today, our nation saw evil, the very worst of human nature, and we responded with the best of America. With the daring of our rescue workers, with the caring for our strangers and neighbors who came to give blood and help in any way they could. Next, you will hear from our Fire Chief Carl Ford and the City Police Chief Russell Roy.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank y'all for being here. This day, September 11th, impacted all our lives as a nation, but it especially impacted the lives of the first responders. You see on some of the trucks the number of deaths of firemen. You see police officers and EMS workers that died. But we all say never forget. Just think about that just 1 second. Never forget. We don't want these words to become cliche. Just saying, take that moment during the day and all times during the year and never forget. Not only this day, but of the military and our forefathers that put their lives on the line for us to be here, to have this freedom, to celebrate this day, and to remember this day. We just ask everybody this time each year just to remember, but also every day of the year to remember the people that put their lives on the line, such as the first responders, the military. We hope God keeps his hand on all of us. Take care of us, watch over us. I thank you again for coming. Thank you.
Good morning. I think we all can remember 9/11. Some of our young folks in the audience may not be old enough. What we can remember from a first responder community is it completely changed our world. And it still continues to change our world. This has started a war that is not like traditional wars that we grew up thinking about. Vietnam to Korea to World War II. This is a war that may have no ending. What it demonstrated is true homeland is secured by first responders. And first responders at the grassroots level, local fire departments, local police departments, sheriff's department, EMS, that is the grassroots of homeland security across our nation. 9/11 was the first time that a coordinated targeted attack from a terrorist nation attacked our homeland. We should remember that every day. We should be vigilant. We should hold that day in our mind like our forefathers did December 7th, 1941. Our world has changed. Our world will continue to change. And the importance of first responders in all communities, in every community, is something we should hold dear. There's nothing more powerful to me than when you're with a group and you take a moment of silence. In just a moment, we're going to do a 30-second moment of silence, and you pray to yourself if you would. And then we're going to walk away in total silence at the end of 6 bells being struck, memorializing the events of 9/11. So let's walk away in total silence and remembrance of those firefighters, those police officers, those EMS workers that lost their lives that day in defense of our nation.